Are you applying for the NHS Scientist Training Program? One of the toughest parts of the process is the situational judgment test. In this video, I'll take you through how I prepared for the situational judgment test. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, you're welcome. My name is Cynthia. So let's go right into the video. So, the situational judgment test is used to assess how you would respond to challenging situations you might face in your role. It is not a multi-choice question. It is a psychometric assessment used to evaluate your problem-solving skills, communication skills, and your decision-making skills. It will be an absolute waste of your time if you show up on that day without understanding the test format. You would waste precious time trying to understand the test format rather than going straight into the question. So let's talk about how I prepared. I'll talk about it in two steps. One, understanding the test format, and two, practice questions. To understand the test format, first things first, go to the National School of Healthcare Science website and read up on the situational judgment test. For me, after reading up on the school website, I went to STP blog on Instagram. I purchased a resource they have there, SJT Guide. It is a resource created for STP applicants by some STP trainees. It helped me to understand the test format. It gave me a starting point. So by using the SJT Guide from STP blog, my first attempt was very poor. I literally failed all the questions. That was because I was trying to respond based on what I thought was the right answer. But that was not the case. You need to align your answers to the NHS core value. So I had to go back online to research on the NHS core values and the NHS constitution. When I read it and understood it properly, I came back to the SJT guide, and at this point, my score started improving. Next, when I had access to the platform that organized the test, I went to their website. The test is organized by Pearson Vue. I'm not exactly sure right now when you guys will have access to that, but I think we had access to it when the application opened or something. But when it's ready, it will be on the school website. So from the school website, you go to Pearson's Vue website. So on Pearson's Vue website, they had a couple of practice questions. I understood the test formats better, but I didn't attempt the practice questions. I felt they were actual test questions. I felt they would give me like real life experience of the test question. So I left it to the last minute. I needed to prepare from other resources I had before I'll come back to the Pearson's Vue. For practice questions, I attended a webinar where they brought a current trainee to talk to us about how she prepared for her situational judgment test. Meanwhile, trying to attend webinars, it was really helpful for me. So the trainee mentioned job test prep. So I went to job test prep and I found out that they had a practice question for the NHS situational judgment test. I paid for it. It's very expensive. I won't say very expensive. It depends on your budget anyway, but it's quite expensive. And in my opinion, that resource from job test prep is the best for me. But I didn't use it eventually because when I paid for it, it was like few days to the test. I was overwhelmed. I was stressed out. I felt I was preparing too much. It was making me anxious. I paid for the material. I went on there and I found out that it had loads of test questions. It follows the exact test format. I don't know how many questions they had, but it was so much that I felt bad that if I had purchased it on time, I would have prepared better. But at that point, I think it was the week that we were supposed to take the situational judgment test. I decided that no, I'm not going to use this. I went straight to take the test, and guys, that was the closest to the test format. While I was preparing with it, I felt it was designed for medical students because most of these scenarios are actual clinical scenarios like hospitals, patients and all that, but the role I was applying for is not patient facing. So I felt like, do I need this? Do I need this? I just wasted my money and all. But when you start the test, you can't go back. So I had to finish the test, but I was literally crying in my spirit. I had to force myself to focus on the test because the results from job test prep is the best for me. It's expensive, but trust me, if you can invest your money, who knows, it might help you. But if you cannot invest, if it's expensive for you, trust me, I didn't use it. After my test, I was there crying and regretting and feeling bad. I was waiting for the test result, but guess what? Here we are today. I ranked very high, and who knows, probably the other resources I used helped me. So if you can, get the material from Job Test Prep, or you get the SJT guide from STP blog, or you can rely on the one from the Pearson Vue website. Who knows? So this is just me sharing my experience. These are the resources I use to prepare for the situational judgment test. So in summary, I would say go to the school website and read up on the situational judgment test. If the link is available, go to Pearson Vue website and further understand the test format and possibly leave the practice question closer to the test. Go to STP blog, get the SJT guide and use it to get used to answering this type of question. If you can, get the resource from Job Test Prep. And remember, practice makes perfect. Click the subscribe button, like this video, share it, follow me on all social media platforms, Instagram and TikTok, STP with Cynthia. Put in the comment section below if there's a topic about the STP you want me to talk about, or if there's anything I'm missing out you want me to talk about, or you want to see in my next video. Kindly put it in the comment section below so I'll talk about it. See you in my next one. Bye.